Okay, I've got one question for you. And this is a question that's driven much of what I've done since March of 2020, back when things felt like they were melting down with the pandemic. One question, and that was, how can I create the most value for the most amount of people in the shortest amount of time? So it's just little old me with my business trying to do my best to make an imprint on the world. And that question has driven a huge amount of what I've done. It's an interesting question to lean into. And maybe the thing is the people who watch these videos, they're everywhere from just barely starting out, just possibly thinking of starting a business, all the way up to people that have businesses doing millions and tens of millions and even hundreds of millions of dollars per year. So I'm speaking to a wide audience right here. And I know, like, when I was first starting out and I was just desperate to make some money, it wasn't about making the biggest positive impact. It was about trying to put some money on the table for the family. But if you've gotten those basic needs taken care of, it's an interesting question to ask. Because what I've found is that question has led me to deliver huge value to people, whether they bought from me or haven't bought from me, whether they're going to buy from me, or they can never buy from me. But when I've leaned into just creating that value, this amazing thing has happened, is that it's built my business in every way possible. So it's an interesting thing. Like, I just did this it's a big launch. I just did a big launch. It was my launch masterclass. And part of it was teaching for free. And then part of it was making an offer for my Product Launch Formula coaching program. And I asked that question as I went into this. Not how do I optimize for the most sales, not how do I optimize for my partner's experience, but how do I optimize for my audience so that they get the most value, whether they move forward with me or not. Now, this might sound all Pollyanna in the land of milk and honey, and oh yeah, that's great for you, Jeff. You've been doing this forever. You can afford to do that. But the thing is, it worked. It converted better than we've ever converted by just, and none of this means you can forget marketing. None of this means you can forget communicating the value of your offer and taking people up to the precipice and asking them to make a decision on your offer. You still have to do that. You can't just be, oh, we're gonna peace and rainbows and just, we're gonna give it all away. You can give substantial amounts away, and I gave a huge amount away. You still have to have great marketing, but in this case, I optimized for the experience, whether the people bought from me or not, and the results were amazing. So I just leave you with that question, something you might want to ponder as we head into, it's Thanksgiving week we're heading into here in the States, my favorite holiday. And as we head into Thanksgiving week, you might ask, how can I deliver the most value to the largest amount of people in the shortest amount of time? That's all I've got for you. So I'm Jeff Walker. Wherever you're watching this, scroll down, leave a comment for me, and let's go get them this week.